Today we're going to see how many pieces of equipment we can duplicate with Arna Kenrud's Sky Captain in Historic Brawl. Let's see what we can do with this deck, and keep in mind, you can also build this thing in paper because I'm not using any alchemy cards. So this is my Equipped to Handle It deck featuring Arna Kenrud, the Sky Captain, for 2, a white, a blue, and a black. It's a 4/4 human knight with flying and lifelink and a ward of discarding a card. And it says whenever a modified creature you control attacks, double the number of each kind of counter on it, and then for each non-token permanent attached to it, create a token that is a copy of that permanent attached to that creature. So that means any +1/+1 counters or anything like that are going to get doubled. And then any equipment or auras that are attached to it also get a token copy. So what are we going to do with that? Well, we're going to play things that either token clones, such as the new Ocelot Pride. Once you've hit your Ascend trigger, you're going to get to do some weird stuff here. Now, this only copies varying things, but it has, if you get a creature and it says for each token you control that enter the battlefield this turn, you create a copy of it. So you get to get a copy of that equipment. Now it's not going to be attached. The copy is not going to be attached to a creature. It's going to just land on the board and fall there, but then you can equip it later. We also have the, what is this? Mondrak also helps us do doubling on our tokens. We also have Anointed Procession, also allows us to double up the tokens. So any kind of tokens that we create off of Arna's equipment stuff are going to double up. Now, the way these guys work, since it's not a delayed trigger like the Ocelot Pride, they're going to immediately make the token copy and then attach 2 copies to the creature because it's part of the process of creating that thing, and it goes, oh, it's the same kind of effect, and it does it at the same time and it attaches it. So you're going to get that one attached. As for the rest of the deck, mostly it's just, big dumb creatures. There's some things that are kind of funky looking that you might wonder why I'm using it. Like I have Devouring Sugar Maw. It's because it has a menace and trample and it's super cheap and just something to punch with it. And I wanted to try something different and it works out pretty decently. We also have things like Cephalopod Sentry, which get bigger with the number of artifacts we control. And we have a bunch of artifacts in this deck to make a nice heavy hitter. We have the new Undo Knot Master. You put 2 counters among 1 or 2 creatures that we control. And then it has lifelink when it comes in. And if our modified creatures die, which is anything that's equipped or has an aura on it, or counters, it grows in size. We're also running a good package of equipment in this deck. And this is not all the equipment, but these are some of the best ones we want to copy. So things like Sigil of Valor, because more often than not, you are attacking by yourself. You're not attacking with a bunch of creatures. It's usually one creature that you're going to come slamming in with that's big and beefy. And then when this gets copied, you get 2 sets of that +1/+1. We have Thran Power Suit, +1/+1 for each aura and equipment, and it has ward 2. So as you copy this, it gets the +1/+1, and that ward starts to stack up. We also have Maul the Skyclaves, +2/+2 in first strike, so you're just going to start stacking up Sky Mauls. We have Cryptic Coat. Now this one is a little different. This card has almost single-handedly won me several games without even Arna coming into play. And if you copy it with Arna, you get an additional creature, so you get multiple creatures coming onto the board with the Cryptic Coat coming down and, attaching to this new flipped over card. And then if you have a way to move it, such as Forge Anew, which you can pay 0 rather than the equipped cost of the first equip on the card, you can move it around. Kemba can actually grab the equipment as well and bring it over to herself and strap it on. And so can Frodo Determined Hero, because his value is 3. So he can grab it and put it on as well. We also have in there Nettlecyst. Every artifact and enchantment we control, +1/+1. We have a pair of swords. We have the Sword of Fire and Ice and the Sword of Forge and Frontier. So you're going to get, the +2/+2, then it gets another +2/+2, and you get all of the damage triggers for every single sword they're carrying. You're going to get a copy of that trigger, and you're going to get multiple cards, multiple land drops off of the Sword of Forge and Frontier. You're going to get multiple cards and multiple damage triggers off of Sword of Fire and Ice. And then we also have some auras in here as well. We have All That Glitters, because we have running Nettlecyst. Might as well run All That Glitters, does the same kind of thing. Rune of Flight. Now the runes don't do much for us other than it makes us draw cards. Now make sure you put the runes, I have the life gain rune in here too. put them on a creature. Do not put them on a piece of equipment, because if it's on the equipment, it's not going to double up. It's got to be on the creature. But for every rune that gets copied, you're going to draw a card. And that's the important part here. You put a rune on and it's like, okay, I'm going to get an additional rune, draw one card. Then you swing the next turn. I'm going to get 2 copies of those 2 runes and draw 2 more cards, and it just keeps stacking up. And then we have Necrogen Communion. This one is just a fun include. It gives Toxic 2, and it also helps prevent the creature, can't talk tonight, prevents the creature from dying and brings it back if the communion falls off. But the cool thing here is as you stack up duplicated copies of the communion, that toxic stacks up. So for every copy of communion, it gets Toxic 2, Toxic 2, Toxic 2. And if it hits, they're going to die to poison damage. We also have Dorothea. Now, the main thing here is her backside, which is the enchantment aura part that says whenever it attacks, create a 4/4 spirit token with flying that's tapped and attacking, and sack the token at the end of combat. So as this gets cloned, the first time you do it, you've already passed the point where you're going to get the attack trigger off the second copy, but it's going to start multiplying down the line. So it's just a fun include, and you're going to get multiple angel tokens off of that as you go along. And then we also have Light of Promise here. It gets +1/+1 counter for every life you gain. There's a lot of ways in this deck to give life gain. We also have lots of lifelink creatures, including Arna Kenrud himself. So we're going to be able to strap on the Light of Promise, swing, we'll get 2 copies of Light of Promise, and then both copies are going to go, oh, I gained 4, and then it's going to, oh, nope, you gain another 4 for that first hit. And then those counters are on there, and then the next time you swing, those counters will get doubled, and then the 2 Light of Promise will also get doubled. So you have 4 Light of Promise, plus you're going to have another 4 counters going on Arna. So Arna all of a sudden is a 12/12 life linker, or some ridiculous, actually no, it'd be a 16/16 life linker. I can't do math. And then it's going to hit, and then there's 4 copies of Light of Promise going off, so it's going to go 16 times 4 and slam that many more counters on him, and he's just going to snowball out of control. It's just a hilarious thing to pull off when you can do it. So let's see what you guys think of this, and we'll get into the discussion at the end of the video. Tatyova, Steward of Tides. All right. We got some interesting stuff. I'm going to play the Raffine's Tower because I don't know if I'm going to have that 3rd untapped land. I would rather not find out the hard way that I'm not going to have it. We'll play the Sigil first. All right, there's Guide of Souls. That's pretty good. Go Caves. No. This is a counterspell check. Okay, no counterspell. Gotta watch that stupid auto tapper because it can come back and bite you in the butt. So next turn, it's going to be Anointed Procession, I think. Well, maybe not. Nah, it's going to be equip the Ocelot Pride and swing with the Pride by itself. So then we'll get the creature token off of that. Nice. All right, turn 4, we have Ascended. So we have options. Let's see what we got going here. Tatyova, all right. I mean, I'm going to take the hit. Admiral, Beckett, Brass. All right, they're going to be pirating it up over here. Sure. This is okay. Because we can do turn 2 Transmogrant, turn 3 Kemba. Or we can do turn 2 Kemba, turn 3 Transmogrant, equip the Transmogrant, and swing. Yeah, I like this idea. Let's see if it lives. Because we don't have a 3-drop. That's why I was like, yeah. Only bad part about playing pirates on Arena is there really isn't any, like, amazing pirates to be had. Like, there's some good ones, but they're not amazing. And now if they kill Kemba, I get cards, so... Or, actually, it's a card, yeah. I'm like thinking, is it like Skull Clamp where you get 2 cards? No, it's a card. I've not used the crown too much. Alright, Larcenist, they're going to turn my thing into a treasure. So, let's see here. Ward 1. So I can't just hit it with something and do that. Can hit it with this, though. Yeah, we're going to do this while they're... while they're tapped down. Yeah, I'm paying for it. No attacks. Are you Beckett Brassing? Nope, Landry Storm. That card kicked my butt earlier. We'll let this one go through. Only because I have a Rune of Sustenance on hand. Now, that is a huge problem. Because if I let any one of those go through, I lose something. So it's like, do I take their Landry Storm? Just to keep them from getting more treasures? Or do I do Anointed Procession? There's so many options here. Let's play Olenda. So I can block one of their guys. Olenda will grow. And Olenda makes a much better equipped target than Kemba. So we'll see what they do here. All right, there's Brass. I have to block. Because if all 3 of those hit, they can steal any one of my things. So Kemba's going to block the Navigator, because it's the more powerful of the 3. Olenda will grow by 2. All right, so now becomes a question of what do I do here? I think because they have a mana open, so they could counter Arna. Whereas if I go put a black into this, equip Olenda. She's big enough now. I'm gonna swing and see if they block or not. Okay, they did not block, so we're gonna gain 5. While they're tapped down, I'm gonna use Abstruse Appropriation. I'm gonna take out Landry Storm. We have plenty of colorless sources because I screwed up earlier. I don't know if that part of the video is going to make it in or not. I was thinking it was any color to cast. No, you have to have colorless mana to count as the any color portion. I messed that up. Still a good card, but not as good as I thought it was. All right, Reflections of Litjar. I'm naming Pirate. All right. So now it's Arna Kenru time. Because we're going to swing, we're going to get 2 copies of the equipment attached to her. She's so good. Like, Arna Kenrud is so freaking nuts. Like, if you get going with it, your opponents are so screwed. It's not even funny. Okay. Yeah, that's 15. I'm at 1, not dead. And I'm just gonna go equip here. Yeah, I'm just gonna equip over there, and I'm gonna pay the colorless equip cost. I can't pay the black because I get hit for 1 if I do that. Equip it over there and swing in the air. They're dead. Nadu, huh? We will try it. I hate this commander, but it does fizzle out. It does have its issues. Plus, we do have an arcane signet to help us kind of advance ourselves. So we're probably going to do Hex Gold Hover Wings this coming turn. Yeah, see, they're just trying to ramp up. Or do we do the Cephalopod Sentry? Because that thing could hit really hard. Actually, we're going to do the Hex Gold Hover Wings because we could play Arna next turn, and the Hover Wings could then get copied. Like, they can spend their turn playing stuff, and I could end up, like, just having a monster-sized flyer punching them in the teeth. Okay, so we're going to do Mana Confluence. We're going to play Arna Kenrud. Swinging. So the copy got moved over across, but each one of these hex golds that gets created creates a bigger and bigger threat. And I can always do Sky Maul too to give one of my guys a lot of stuff. Yeah, these are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to be hilarious. Okay, that's fine. This costs 3 to move, which is fine. I'm going to put that one on Arna, and I'm going to go Maul of the Skyclaves, and I'm going to put that one on Arna, and we're swinging. That one can go over there. So now they both have first strike. Oh, baby. Oh, what's the funniest thing is I could actually drop, because I have a land in my hand. If they don't stop me this turn, I could drop Cephalopod Sentry, drop the Swiftfoot Boots. Oh, they got the thing. God dang it. All right, that's fine. I may still have them anyways because of the boots. And let's not hit ourselves. Let's do this. They have no lands open. I need... What do I need? If I do... Signet. Boots. Okay, not enough. We needed a little more mana to drop stuff in. So now this turn I can drop in stuff and start slamming across. The bad part is now they're going to start chaining cards off of Roaring Earth and Bristly Bill, because now they can start targeting their stuff all over the place. So let's see if we get a turn of them playing solitaire for a little while or not. So it was like turn 6, they got a Cyclonic Rift off on me to stop me from punching them in the teeth. I mean, they should have the mana to do whatever the hell they want at this point. Now let's see how greedy they get with their Nadu, because if they swing with Nadu, I can kill them. And they only have one card in hand I don't know about. Come on, get greedy. I beat a Nadu player the other day because they got super stupid greedy, and they dug deep into their life total using the Phyrexian mana off of a guy that makes a target creature into a blue creature or whatever. I forget the name of the card. But they dug so deep into their life total, I was able to just punch them in the teeth. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they got enough mana to cast Alrund's Epiphany. I think we're dead. Just by sheer fact of force now. Because they can swing, take the extra turn. Yeah, we're done. This is why Nadu decks suck, because they can come back and just all of a sudden just flip that script right on its head and you're dead. There's nothing you can do about it. Satya, I have this deck built, but I haven't actually got all the cards for it picked up just yet. It's coming soon. Let's try this one. Go turn 1 Hammer, turn 2 Mind Stone. Could also do turn 2 Dorothea, but I don't have anything to equip to her to make her bigger and better. The whole idea behind her being in the deck is to actually get to her backside so we can actually use the enchantment aura on the backside and copy that. So then you get multiple copies of the spirit token once the attack. Like the first time you won't get the extra one, but as each one of them starts to copy and stack up, you'll actually get more of them as you swing in. All right, let's see here. Shram looks like a good play right now, and then we'll do the power suit to get a card off of it. Ooh. With the Colossus Hammer out. I like it. That's pretty good. Wow. Yeah, I'll block the Esper Sentinel. I'm just like trying to figure out like what to do with that, but yeah, I'll take that. I mean, he's gonna die anyways because of that stupid thing. Because what is it? Pay 3 if you do it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Okay. Do I make myself a giant Ka? Yeah, I think we do it. Yep. I can give it double strike. That's funny. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this too. Why not? And that can enter tapped. I like that plan a little bit better because then I get ward to, as well, because the suit gives it ward 2. Oh, that's a problem. That pummeler can just kick our asses. All right, Satya's gonna do its thing. Probably, yeah, we're gonna block the pummeler. Because I mean, they can do it to pump it up, but they can kill us this turn if we don't. So, because they can do that 4 times. All right. Takes 3 to move that. We can make this do that. X is its power. It pumps up. I almost think I need to play Halvar this turn just to give... I'm just trying to think, how the hell do I do this? I can't use the... I can't play Hex Gold and hope to get that to fly over the top. And playing that is not... I'm just... My brain is like, what do I do with this? Yeah, screw it. We're gonna have to go with the she gets double strike thing. Hit done. It's just gonna target herself. I'm not switching it. Not attacking either, because we're gonna have 2 electrostatic pummelers coming our way. And that's bad enough. It's like, as much as I want Arna coming out, I think I'd rather... I think I'm going to actually put the power suit on Halvar just for the electrostatic pummelers. I'm going to make... because then they both get double strike. Like, I have no choice. I have to do something. Okay, they're just swinging with Kemba. Okay. Keep burning. Uh-huh. All right, they've burned out all but that little bit of energy, which is perfectly fine. It means that Pummeler is not going to be online to punch us in the face this next turn. Okay. Now what to do? I think... if we do Arna Kenrud, that'd be 2 Thrans... 10, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5. I'm just trying to think like what the worst possible outcome is here with them swinging next turn. Versus the best possible outcome for us. Let's actually swing with Halvar. Because if they try to gang block, the double strike will completely screw their combat math up. Okay. Oh, they didn't pay the energy. Okay. Next to regular damage and turn, let's do... I'm just trying to think like the best way to go about this. I think it's going to be the Hex Gold Hover Wings. Just to put a flyer out there that's a double striker, so then that Riddlegate Gargoyle can't hit us. There's an Ocelot Pride. Okay. Well, if they don't gain life, they don't get the extra copy of whatever. And they'll have to burn some of their energy to keep their copies. Yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Submit this to this. Okay, they're just swinging with Satya. They're going to make a copy of the Ocelot Pride. I mean, I'm going to punch that thing in the face. With double strike. Now The bad part is first strike and double strike are on the same layer together, so they are still going to gain the life and still get the ocelot triggers for the cat tokens. We are running very, very, very low on life, which I do not like. I think at this point we just need to make some blockers. Just to keep ourselves from getting flattened. And keep it on you. All right, so that wouldn't do anything. No attacks, because they can just chump. I don't have trample at the moment. I don't have one of my equipments that give me that. I need my Forge anew so I can move the Colossus Hammer over to something. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Just leave it there. I want to keep that Riddlegate Gargoyle from swinging in on us. Oh, you're going to swing the... I was like, I'm going to kill that if you even dare come this way with that. All right, Satya is going to get punked this time. I mean, they can replay him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, they could replay him, but I don't think that we can afford to take that extra damage either. I mean, okay. All right, so do it like double block now. But then he gets to flip the stupid cat. Ah, screw it. We'll just block there. We'll take the other 3 damage. I don't want them flipping a Johnny and then minusing or plussing and getting all their cats all juiced up. Still dead. Sorry, first strike. Now they're gonna let that die and flip it anyways, but they did it at the end step so that it's not gonna be a problem. 1 target creature until Assimilation Aegis leaves the battlefield. I think. I wish to take out their flyer. And then I'm going to use this to keep it on this. And this is going to punch a Johnny right in the teeth. No plus counters for your cats. So that helps a little bit. I think we're still dead, but it's a thing. Let's put the Hex Gold on one of the tokens, because she'll die regardless. Man, this is ugly. All right, so here, here. Yeah, I think we're dead no matter what. So whatever, screw it. Yeah. We are way more than dead. Energy deck looks good. Oh, Olivia, Opulent, Outlaw. I think I've only came across this commander maybe once. All right, we got Swiftfoot boots, Lava Spur boots, Nettle Cyst. I think I'm going to try this one. I've not gotten Nettle Cyst yet in my opening hands. Usually the game's over before I ever get that far. So we'll go boots. Boots on boots on boots. Servant of the Stinger. Let's go power suit. Next turn we can, if they play something cool, we can assimilation Aegis it. It's kind of like my version of a banishing light. They're eyeballing my equipment, so I guess they might have some artifact destruction available. Otherwise, they may not know what the suit does. Okay, they can destroy an artifact, and that's fine. They're going to take out the power suit. We're okay with this. Wow, they actually got it set up where they could actually do the crime and sacrifice and do the thing. All right. More power to them. Let's see if I can do... I'm just trying to think, because this is not worth hitting with an assimilation Aegis. Like, that is... It's the farthest thing from being worthwhile. At this point, I'm probably just going to play the Nettle Cyst and call it square. Oh, they must be having a conundrum over there trying to figure out what they want to tutor for. Excuse me. All right, after much thought and discussion, we have decided to pick a card. We have our Nettle Cyst, so if I decide to swing, I will block. Ah, cool, you say. No, I will eat that. Because that's... The whole point behind that Nettle Cyst is not that. We don't have anything. Shoot, we're lacking the mana for the assimilation Aegis, because that would actually be pretty cool to steal. We'll go ahead and just do this and play Olivia. A cool doesn't do anything until they can sacrifice a bunch of stuff, so I mean, it hits me for 5, so it's a little painful. I need a blue mana, though, so I can wipe it out. You're not blue mana. Damn you. Well, I guess let's equip the Dusk Arrows with that. And do this. And swing so we can get some life back. It also cuts down some of their creatures being able to be sacrificed to a cool, and it's stupid. Come on, blue mana. Blue mana. I still need... One way or the other, I need blue mana, because even if I blow the board up, I still need the blue mana to get Supreme Verdict. So it's like, come on. They're lacking their white mana, so they're in the similar situation that we are right now. Twisted Sewer Witch creates a rat with a Wicked Roll token attached to it. All right, so what? You gonna sacrifice the rat? Oh, they left the witch on board. I'm okay with this. Because they can't play something that has like an ETB destroy thing attached to it, because Olivia has Ward 1 and they don't have the mana for it. Like, what do I do? Steal their Rakdos? Or do I just, like, I don't know. I mean, Rosie Cotton is something. So if I make it a 9, that would be able to kill both their creatures. Yeah, screw it. Let's do that. If they want to block and lose both their creatures, I'm kind of okay with that. So we'll have a 9/8 Elenda, and if they do that, then I get 9/1/1 vampire tokens. I mean, I'd rather blow the board up with the Supreme Verdict and then leave nothing behind but my stuff, but, you know, whatever. Yep. Oh, excuse me, it's a 10/9, because I forgot we got the food token. So you can double block, but you're going to lose both your guys. Otherwise, stick your Twisted Sewer Witch in front of Elenda. I mean, I forgot Rakdos does have a thing, but they have to sacrifice the witch before they do that, so then they wouldn't get the damage on Elenda. Unless they sack a cool. So, what are you going to do? You going to sack a cool to keep Rakdos, or are you going to just let them die? Any way you slice it, I'm in good shape. Sure, you can have a thing. You can have a thing. You can have a thing. We're just going to go down the line. So they're going to be 2/2s. One of you. You. Somewhere in all of that. And then we'll just put the boots on Rosie just for the shiggles. Completely forgot about that part of it happening with all the tokens coming in and then Rosie getting a bunch of counter spread going on. All right, Rakdos joins up, so you're going to get something back with counters on it. Probably your Rakdos. All right. That's A-okay with me. Come on, blue mana. We're still at 25. Thanks to all of Elenda's life gaining for us. All right. Still no blue mana. That's a pity. All right. So we're going to put Nettle Cyst on one of the tokens. And we're going to send everybody except for Rosie Cotton into combat. Probably should have done that the other direction, but whatever. They'll block the Nettle Cyst with Rakdos, and they're still going to take 16, and I'm going to gain all of this life, which is great. Yeah, I'm just gonna equip her with this just to make it harder to kill her. So, like, if they have a lightning bolt or a lightning strike or something like that, they can't kill her outright, even if they pay the ward. Plundering Pirate, all right. I still think you're dead. Pretty sure. All right, so they can take 9 attackers with 4 blockers. That means 5 vampires get through for 10 damage and they die. Though, now, Olivia's life gain prevents that. They would go to 1? No. They go to 2. Or there's that option, you know, get her out of here. No life gain for you. Yeah, I can get rid of the life linker and then swing wide and they die. Top decking removal is great. And we're just gonna go full tilt. Because Rakdos isn't gonna save you. Get him. It's like the 4/3 gets blocked by one of these clowns. Yep. And then there's still a 12 damage swing coming your way. Because we did remove one of their blockers, so one additional vampire is getting through. And no lifelink to save you. Bye-bye. You don't even need Arna Kenrud. Just beat him down. The Tarrasque. All right. Let's see if we have a little bit better luck against this deck. Unfortunately, my luck against my last opponent still holds true. I suck against Elas Ilkor. Polluted Delta, you say? Let's go double white. Let's see if we can tax something in their hand. Yikes. I don't like that guy. I don't like that either. But Thorn Mammoth, I think, is actually the bigger problem. All right, let's go Polluted Delta. Let's go get a black source, probably a black and white. Or do we need black and blue more? Let's go get or sorry, we need blue something. Right, let's go with that. We'll shock it in. Let's get Rafine down. I want it down as a nice cheap threat. They have no way of killing it right now. They can't even fight it. All right, let's go with, because we're lacking in anything pertinent. Let's go with the Transmogrant's Crown and we'll equip it for a black. And let's go ahead and smack the Invasion while we have the opportunity. And Goggles of Night can go. Let's make her a little bit bigger. Yep. And she'll get another counter at the end of the turn. And then if I absolutely have to prevent like a fight spell type thing, I can sacrifice the Light Shield Array. So we're doing pretty good. Resolve. All right. So let's go with... Let's go with Arna. We haven't had him down in a while. So we'll get to do some stuff. Lumarek Aspirant can go. Getting chunky. Because never forget, the +1/+1 counters also get doubled. So she is actually lethal this turn if they don't get something out there to stop me. All right, there's their Titan of Industry. I'm guessing shield counter on the Titan, destroy. I'll just sacrifice that. I mean, if you're going to do that, I might as well go ahead and sack it. All right. Let's go with... Because if I do this, Arna gets 2 bigger, and then I get that. Oh, yeah. I like this plan. And let's go with the Hex Gold Hover Wings while we're at it. Screw it. Let's go. Double, double, double. Yeah, it can get bigger. Ouch. So my thoughts on this deck. It's a lot of fun when it pops off, but man, sometimes you sit there banging your head against the keyboard trying to get it to work, because if they bounce Arna or if they keep messing with your equipment or whatever they're doing to kind of tinker around with what you're doing, you're going to have some frustration. That said, I do like the deck. I think it's a ton of fun. If you're in for big splashy plays and cloning the equipment and making this big monstrous creature that slams in and your opponents just struggle to deal with it, this is the kind of deck you want to play, and I highly recommend playing it. If you're not up for that, you might want to skip this one over. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have suggestions for the deck, please let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like, share, comment, subscribe. All these things help my channel grow, as we are very close to getting to my first 1,000 subs. As of tonight, we are 11 away. So I highly appreciate that if you like what I'm doing here, and I will see you in the next video.